Hello everyone, my name is Jesse, this is the Auditorium. I react to video game music for the first time as a musician myself, and it is Kingdom Hearts Day. It is the anniversary of the release, so I've decided to do a couple videos for it, and this is a kind of a mixed video. It's a Roxas medley. We have Kingdom Hearts 2 Roxas from the channel Begin LT, and I think what seems to be the exact same song but possibly remastered for HD 2.5 remix. Kingdom Hearts is it's from Yoko Shimomura, and then we have this kind of bonus video called, or a song called "The Other Promise" from the Piano Collections from the channel Destiny Islands, and that is also featuring, I think, Roxas, requested by Xanadu and Ven Wayfinder. By the way, to one of the requesters who requested a Kingdom Hearts Orchestra Rule Tour, I'm not going to feature that here, probably at another date, but it's kind of like a longer video, and it seems to have like multiple characters. And I kind of just want to focus on Roxas, I guess. Anyways, I never played Kingdom Hearts. People want me to play Kingdom Hearts. And I don't know. But the music is good. I don't know who Roxas is. And I'm guessing it's probably that character right there staring me in the soul. Happy Kingdom Hearts Day. Alright, cool. Roxas theme, Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh, and the only context I have for this is one word, and it just says sadness. Thank you for sadness. Oh, this quality is, oh yeah, 15 years ago. I'm sure the next video will sound a lot better, but wow. This reminded me immediately of like that kind of like mid-90s RPG sound, like the Wild Arms, Chrono Trigger, that kind of sound, you know? Well, I can feel the sadness. Is Roxas baby? Is that what's happening? YouTube compression was brutal back then. I love songs like this though, man. They're so charming. I have a feeling the next song is going to be a re-recording or cleaner. I'm sorry if this is like stirring old emotions for you, because it feels like that's the case. It's been 3 years since starting to hear Kingdom Hearts music, and I'm slowly starting to hear other characters' names. I know Sora, and now Roxas. There's another one with the red hair. I forget their name. And then there's that guy with the white hair who wears like a black cloak. He's a bad guy. He's part of the organization. God, it really does remind me of like Wild Arms, which I love, by the way. Ooh, vocal synths, hell yeah. I love vocal synths. You love to hear a composer playing their main instrument, you know, their wheelhouse. We're gonna jump right into HD 2.5. See if I notice any differences. Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's an actual flute now. this reminds me of Canon. Canon in D. The famous classical song? I forgot the composer. Pachelbel? It sounds like Canon in D. Johann Pachelbel. Yeah. Yeah, I feel the sadness. But it's also hopeful. Like Canon. By the way, you've heard of the song Canon in D. It's just, you may not know the name of it, but I'll see if I can play like 10 seconds of it or something. Which it makes sense. I would have to imagine Yoko Shimomura was classically trained. So wow, this may as well be a classical piece. Seriously, imagine hearing this in like the 1700s or something. No one would think anything different. That's so cool and timeless. Okay, yeah, so I'm pretty sure those were two different recordings. I don't think that was like a cleaned up version. I think that was two different recordings. The first one sounded to me like a MIDI lead, and this one sounded like a flute. But overall the same. Also, obviously the quality was way better. I'm not even going to bother to find out when the timeline of releases were, so you can tell me when 2 came out and when HD 2.5 came out. Which, by the way, I want to just keep saying to the Kingdom Hearts fans whenever I air quote complain about Kingdom Hearts being confusing. It's not really like an invitation to dump the entire lore, because I'm not going to remember whatsoever. You know what I mean? It's just more like I'm kind of just making a gag about it, and it's not that serious. So, but it is confusing from an outsider. I'm like, what? You know, the names of the... Anyways, it's just funny to me. Kingdom Hearts is a very unique case on this channel, and I guess in my life in general, because there's not anything really like it. You know, it's a humongous collaborative project between two powerhouse entities of Square Enix and Disney. The last time I recall talking about it, I asked people, I'm like, you know, how often does that happen in video games, you know, where there's like a big successful collaborative effort? And I couldn't think of many, but someone made a very good comment, which I'm surprised I just completely skipped over, and it's Marvel vs. Capcom. Of course, they've done stuff like that. And yeah, that is another good example. But there's not many, is what I'm saying. It's like such a, you know, tiny portion of the gaming world that I'm aware of. This is really cool. Because I've sort of worked my way backwards, actually not even backwards, doing the auditorium and hearing songs, you know, just as a blind listen, has had its ups and downs, mostly ups, but it's had a lot of confusion. And what I mean by that is like, not confusion, but it's been interesting seeing how things have developed. For example, I now know that, you know, Yoko Shimomura later on became the composer of Final Fantasy 15. But it's nice to see, like, oh, actually, you know, she was involved in Square Enix, you know, way before that. So it kind of makes you, or it makes me think, like, oh, maybe then FF15 was a big deal for her career, and just like, oh, finally she has her own game. I start to think of stuff like that. You know, I didn't grow up with the proper timeline, and, you know, and to my knowledge, I don't even know if she's had another sole Square Enix composition thing. Anyways, whatever. What I'm saying is, like, I've come from different angles, different years, and different games. And on top of that, Final Fantasy is confusing as well, but adding Kingdom Hearts to it is like a whole different thing. Anyways, the reason it's so special and unique to me is because, well, I grew up with Disney. I know Disney. I watched all for the most part, all of the classic animated films: Cinderella, Little Mermaid, Alice in Wonderland, which I love. I remember the Goofy movie. It was yesterday. I still remember Max doing that finger gun thing. I remember Pauly Shore being a voice actor in that. I remember feeling very bad for Goofy in that movie. Damn kids. Anyways, so yeah, like I know Disney. I'm from the 90s, back in that old decade. And now in my adulthood, and I'm talking recent adulthood, I'm now into Square Enix games. I now play RPGs, which I didn't think it was going to happen, but I do now. So it's interesting that I have these two interests. So you'd think naturally I would gravitate towards Kingdom Hearts, and I've never said no or pushed it off. It's just hasn't ever really like sparked the, you know what, let's play kind of thing. It's always been a what if and a maybe type of thing. I'm not trying to get convinced either, but you know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's like a very unique case for me. There's nothing else on the channel that feels that way. I'm a fan of two things, and the music, of course, but it's yet to, I don't know where I was going with that, but that's kind of where I'm at. It's always like a conflict with Kingdom Hearts. And I think the main reason why it's still such a mystery to me is because nothing has been spoiled. I know nothing of Kingdom Hearts. I just know little random bits and pieces that make no sense. Like Cloud is in it with a unique outfit. I don't know which game. Haley Joel Osment is the voice actor, and apparently some of the games have like a pretty stacked voice acting list. That I know like those weird random fun facts, but like story wise, I have no idea. Anyways, I'm not gonna really try to guess what's happening in Roxas' theme. Like I said, I have that one word of context of sadness, and I feel that. I feel the. To me, you know what this feels like? It feels like well, here it's a character theme, I'm assuming, but to me it feels like a sort of JRPG theme of like an aftermath of something bad, and the only way I can describe that is in Wild Arms during a section I'm not going to spoil. Something happens, and then afterwards this town theme changes into a not so pleasant theme because something happens. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it felt like to me. It felt like more like a town theme that went through something, and that's it. That's like the main thing I got from it. But I feel as though that has a probably way bigger meaning than I can imagine. This one is, it's not my first time hearing the piano collections, I'm pretty sure. This is The Other Promise. Piano Collections Kingdom Hearts is a compilation album of compositions from the Kingdom Hearts series, arranged for solo piano, Koaro Owada. It was released in Japan on May 27, 2009. Let me know if it's actually Japan only or has it been available anywhere. This one, all I know is that Roxas' theme is in here somewhere. This is The Other Promise. I do love piano instrumentals. This sounds familiar. I don't know if it's the theme I just heard or if it's another Kingdom Hearts motif, but this sounds familiar. Dun, 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 dun. By the way, Kingdom Hearts music translates to the piano very well. Very, very well. Oh, the dynamics in the song. You can hear the performer playing harder. It's nice. It's a live take. It feels like I'm in the room. Like it feels like the microphone is like really high up in a really large room, you know? There it is. Now it even sounds more like classical. Very nice. Like right there, that chord right there. I'm gonna remember that. That sounded like Dearly Beloved. It was like 2 notes that sounded like Dearly Beloved. I feel like Kingdom Hearts is just loaded with motifs, just like thrown in there for like a second. It's probably why the fandom loves the music so much, is because there's so many little ooh, Also, can someone tell me the significance of this image? Like, why is there a chain there? And please feel free to tell me if I've heard this motif before today. Let me know. This is one take. Damn, I felt that in my chest. Like, this is a great performance. Wow, you can still hear it ringing out the last chord. Wow, this is good. Actually, it sounds like entirely the Roxas theme. Is it mixed with something else? Because it's called The Other Promise, so I assumed it was a totally different song. Wow, this is such a good performance. The dynamics are out of this world. I'm going to go back into the song just a little bit. Right here. I feel like I heard Dearly Beloved. Please correct me if I'm wrong, but it was like right here. Now let me go back a little bit more. Pretty sure it's Dearly Beloved. I don't know if that's in the original song. I just heard 3 songs, so you're gonna have to excuse me. You know what? I'm gonna do a very quick cut just because I don't want to like sit here. But I did say this song reminded me of Canon, and it really does sound like it at some points. I'm gonna just kind of like skip to it and just play like a few seconds of it, and maybe you'll hear what I'm talking about. You definitely know the song, you just may have not heard the name, but give me a second. All right, we're back. This is from the channel Just Classical. I cannot play too much of it, but it's the dun, da, da, dun, da, 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 da. It's a very wedding song. This is it. Okay, that's enough. But the part that it kind of reminded me of, I don't know where in the Song of Roxas, but this kind of chord progression here, I can't play too much of it, but it was around here that it reminded me of it. It's like this, it kind of like reintroduces the, it's like an ascending melody that goes back into the main thing. I don't know if that makes any sense, but anyways, it just reminds me of it a lot. Hopefully it doesn't get muted. Okay. So, as per usual, every time I hear Kingdom Hearts, I leave with way more questions than answers. So the first two, I think, if I recall correctly, I heard the original, which was YouTube compressed, which sounded good. The second one, which was HD 2.5, and that looks like a re-recording with an actual flute doing the lead. And then this one has a totally different name, The Other Promise, and it seemed to completely, I think, revolve around Roxas. I don't know if there was any other theme in there. I feel like with piano, though, a lot of lines get blurred. And like I said, I think I heard Dearly Beloved. I probably heard like 3 or 4 songs there. And that's kind of what it felt like. So I will let you guys and gals tell me whatever you want to tell me about Kingdom Hearts. Again, kind of be weird spoilers. I've yet to be spoiled, but maybe you can kind of give me like a, you know, a for dummies answer. But yeah, I'm just constantly surprised, honestly, by Kingdom Hearts. It's actually insane because of the vast variety of songs just one game has. Just one. You know, just there's so many games and yet they're all have such a catalog of sounds, but going from like really bombastic battle themes full of violin and just, you know, such energy to just these kind of classical side pieces, I guess. I don't know how else to put it. It's a really beautiful wide range of tunes, and that's probably why it's considered one of the best soundtracks of all time. You do have to remember that too. When I hear these, it's not like I'm listening to, you know, a random one-off game from like whatever year. It's Kingdom Hearts. It's a huge deal, and you know, I kind of want to give its flowers, but at the same time, I don't know what's happening, so I'm just going to be transparent. I don't know what's happening, and I kind of admire that, you know? I like being one of these few people in the world. Not few, but, you know, probably according to your social circle that have made it this far into life without knowing anything. Because it makes me just kind of appreciate it as a whole without knowing anything. So anyways, that's enough of that. Happy Kingdom Hearts Day. There's still more videos to listen to. And sorry if I triggered any emotions, but I have no emotions because I don't know anything about Roxas, but the music was really nice. Anyways, thank you to the requesters, and thanks for the help on picking these songs. Thank you to everyone you see on screen. I couldn't be here without them. Thanks to you for watching. My name is Jesse. Peace.